Now, if you've been following me, by now you're able to connect the dots. Why Mount Kenya? Why Githurai? Why Zimmerman? Why those killings? Why they must do it? Unajua ni kwa nini wase? Devo akuangi mcreative. Ukishajua principles zake na patterns zake, utakuwa tu unaona cycles zake. You will see he rotates in those cycles because he's not creative. Hajui kitu ingine. So mnajiuliza kwa nini kulikuwa na massacre jana Zimmerman. Guys, by now you connect the dots. Niliwaambia the gateway to Mount Kenya is the gateway to all leadership. Either kusustain leadership ama kucreate a new leadership. Guys, you think venye saizi Kamala amekuwa ni kama niye sitting saizi, si alikuwa hapa Kenya sometimes back. Now they have to repeat the cycle juu hiyo ishakuwa complete. Now there is another cycle that is they are creating. There are those guys who are meant to come to Those guys ndio wanataka hiyo kiti, hiyo familia. Hiyo familia. Kuna video I did sometimes back nikawasema why Kabal saizi hawasikizani na wataanza kukulana wenyewe kwa wenyewe. Because mtu akifika pale juu they start betraying each other because they can only go so far. Sasa Kamala Harris alichaguliwa kukuwa ni atakuwa candidate wa Democrats. Alikuwa Kenya. Sasa muna connect dot. Now that's a complete cycle. Now they want to create another cycle and they do it with their puppets. Sasa they had to start a new chapter hapa Kenya na Mount Kenya. Sasa hata hii kingdom ya Zakayo pia kusustain itself lazima ianze kufanya hizo vitu. That is why wase lazima waanze kufanya hizo vitu because they've opened another portal. Guys, ascend in prayers. Don't take these things for granted. Arise in prayers. Do prayers and fasting. Reverse these things. Now you're not fighting from a place of ignorance. I've been putting you in the know. Nimekuwa nikiwaambia hizi vitu. Sasa arise. Close those portals. Reverse all those sacrifices. Pray for your land. Demand for justice. For the blood that is being shed innocent. So that people can lead. Now the only blood that speaks ni yenye imeuliwa. It speaks to God demanding for justice. Guys, now join with that blood. Now you start demanding for justice. God to give justice to that blood that is being killed by these people for leadership. Sasa, niliwaambia music. I told you the power of music. After watu wanaitwa Kirk Franklin na Maverick City kukuja, the now who are supposed to run now the real presidential election against Donald Trump watakuja Kenya. So saizi the battle is not over yet. Wataanza kufanya bloodshed mob sana. Watafanya hizo sacrifices saizi so that hiyo kitu ikuwe complete. They've started another whole cycle because the first one was completed. Na Devo hakuangi creative. So guys, these things are always in the open. That's why when the light shines, everything that is done in darkness, you come into the light. So don't take these things for granted that unaona wa sasa wameanza massacre uko Zimmerman. Hiyo yote ni area ya Githurai, ni area ya Mount Kenya. That is the gateway to Mount Kenya. Now guys, arise now in prayers and fasting. Resend all these things back to the sender, man. They close those portals of bad leadership, human sacrifice. Decree and declare they have no place in our country. When you arise in prayers and ascend, wase wataanza kukua weak. Wakikuja hapa Kenya hawapati our energy. Hata umsee Zakayo saizi akifanya hizo vitu hapati energy, hapati breakthrough. So guys, rise. Stop asking yourself why Mount Kenya. I've been walking with you guys, I've been telling you. So it's not a coincidence. Lazima waende huko. You wait and see venye wajua what that story will come to light. Itajulikana. So guys, arise. So manze, don't take these things for granted. Any word of wisdom ama word of knowledge lazima ikwe backed up na scriptures. Why? Judevo our common adversary, sisi wote, whether you are a Muslim, whether you are a Christian, whether you are an atheist, whether you are straight, whether you are whatever you are, we all have one common adversary called Satan. Na yeye principles zake na plans zake anatoanga hapa kwa Bible. That is why for every Christ lazima kukuwe na Antichrist. Sawa sawa. Juu Antichrist ni deception ya Christ. Nimefanya video a while back, although nimeitoa, nitairudisha kuwaambia saa hizi the fake Israel ina prepare to bring the fake Jesus Christ into this world. Juu the fake Israel saa hizi it is going to face judgment for all the atrocities imekuwa ikifanya. So nikiwaambia stories za gates na portals, listen to what Christ the Messiah had to say. This is a principle. Iko kwa Matthew chapter 12 verses 19. This is a principle. It works. It says, or else how can one enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods? Expect he first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house. That is King James Version. Amplified Version inasemanga, or how can a person who go into a strong man's house and carry off his goods and entire equipment of his house without first binding the strong man? Then indeed he may plunder his house. Guys, kuna watu wanaitwa gatekeepers na watchers. Hizi na kuanga altars wase. The gateway to our spiritual gateway in the country iko Mount Kenya. That was our spiritual strong point. Guys, I've told you that you are gods, but you will die like mere men. Why? That is in book of Psalms 82 verses, it is as Psalms 82. Because you do not understand things. Do you know why you guys, we are dying like mere men and mortal princes? It's because we do not understand we are gods. Arise, work together with these watchers, these gatekeepers, these altars. We rise, we send them prayers. We make them powerful by prayers. We weaken the plans of the enemy against your kingdom. Mwenye anaua wase for their own benefit. The spiritual center power of the entire world inakuanga Mount Kenya. It is not a coincidence, guys. It is not a coincidence. And I will keep telling you these things until you wake up. My friend, wake up. These things hazikuangi jokes. Unajua sasa, if we become weak spiritually, what happens? The enemy anatu overpower. So if you don't wake up in your prayers, by the way, start praying and fasting for this country. And we need to all agree on one day, sisi wote tutafast. Sisi wote, and you will see major change in this country. I'll keep telling you these things.